I'm going to start, one thing we didn't talk about on the TV thing, and we did talk a little bit at YouTube, was Logan Paul. And I'm using him as an example of just awfulness on your platform. Why don't you just, you have, explain what you've done, and I'd really like to understand why you haven't absolutely kicked him off your platform.
Yeah. Well, to start, our platform has three main constituents. It has our users, our creators, and our advertisers. And what we've seen is that if there is someone on our platform, our creator, who does something really awful or any kind of egregious behavior, that affects everybody.
Right.
And so with Logan Paul, we've actually taken two actions. The first was a removal from our premium monetization, and then a hold of all of the original shows.
Right.
And then due to a pattern of really egregious behavior, we decided to suspend monetization of his.
Right.
Now, we think that's actually a pretty strong statement in itself. And then more, like, just to get away from him as an individual and talk about the platform as a whole, we actually, on Friday, announced the fact that we were going to have a new set of kind of a code for our creators who do egregious actions in terms of removal of premium monetization, that they could be removed from services, they could even be removed from trending, and watch next in other areas. And we felt like that was really important to be able to maintain the responsibility on our platform of...
Right, but again, why not just throw them off? Like, where is the, like, you have how many children? 83 children, right, at this point? You have a lot of kids. Once they do things, you
I'm not sure children is the best analogy, because like you do want to keep your children.
Yes.
But right, like I wouldn't want to throw them out if they do something bad.
Right.
But I hear you on this point. And
right.
I mean, look, we do terminate accounts all the time.
Right.
So we do have a 3 strikes rule, and if somebody violates 3 times, then we terminate those accounts, and we do that all the time. And we always try, when we think about our actions, to make sure that we're being consistent.
Right.
And whatever we're doing, we're applying.
That you're not consistent.
No,
right?
they might complain about that, but we try our very best to be consistent across everybody.
Okay.
And when someone does violate our strike, if they have 3 strikes, then yes, we terminate that.
Right.
The problem is when someone will do something that is egregious, but it doesn't fully violate the policy, or they get 1 strike but not 3 strikes. And so that was actually why this announcement that we had on Friday we thought was really important, is it does give us a lot more levers and opportunities to be able to implement and pull back any kind of services for creators if they are violating or doing something egregious on our platform. But basically, to answer your question, like he hasn't done anything that would cause those 3 strikes, and so we can't just be pulling people off of our platform. If we did just pull people off of our platform because
they're tasteless and vile,
well, they need to violate a policy, and we need to have consistent behavior.